It's important to encourage new schools to apply because I think that this is a contagious energy that when one school receives that recognition, a lot of other schools may say, hey, I'm doing a lot of really great stuff too, and let me share what I'm doing so that, you know, other people can learn from what I'm doing.
It's not only sending a message out into the community, throughout the country, that this is something that's very, very important, but it's also giving them that celebration that they deserve and the honor they deserve for their ongoing efforts in preventing drug abuse.
First of all, I got to tell you, whoever put the program together, you know, I applaud them. It's a wonderful program.
Our mission in creating this program was to in fact develop a national standard to say these are the operational practices that you need to have into effect in order to create this community of caring, this community of prevention, this community of trust for children to know where they can turn in order not to turn to substance abuse.
This is a very positive thing for the community to be involved with because it really shows kids that parents, members of the community, businessmen, police chiefs, teachers, superintendents, they feel that it's so important that they will invest their time into supporting this program because the kids are the future of our community.
I thought it was a very good idea, brought it up to the rest of the faculty and the administration. They all believed that was a great idea, and so we went forward with the process.
I have it in my hand, and initially I was a little bit overwhelmed. I think anyone would be.
So at first when I saw this big stack, I thought, oh my goodness, that's a lot of questions.
The application is very lengthy, and I know that that may seem like a barrier.
Actually, the parents we probably had 20, 22 questions, and that was so much more conceivable to me.
It's important that all of the elements that are in that application are there because it's a very comprehensive program that we deliver, and that application is actually detailed enough to identify all of the different areas that are important to a successful program.
So I just, really thought them over and brought the past, but more so the present to mind when I was filling out the form and getting my thoughts together.
I found that there were a lot of detailed questions. In the back of my mind, I thought, okay, how do I answer this? Do I answer it in one sentence? Do I answer it in a paragraph? And, then I realized I can make this really easy. And so I took it apart and tried to group what questions I felt would be most appropriate for me to answer and what a teacher would best answer, or a parent or a student. And when we started, putting like a committee together to do this, we actually got it done within a week.
The application process requires teamwork and it fosters team building. And the reason you build the team is to get buy-in, you get consistency of the message, and you get believers and other people spreading the message.
We know through data and through research that when you have a team all working in unison together, things get accomplished.
The best advice I can give to a team that is just beginning to apply is to include everyone.
The key players in creating effective teams are first and foremost the students, then obviously your administration, your teachers, your support staff, and that includes everybody from cafeteria to the janitorial to the security, and obviously everybody has to be on the same page giving the same message.
We become a society of individuals where we don't communicate with each other. We have to open these lines of communication in order to resolve and solve the problem of drug abuse and drug prevention.
As I started to get involved in the application process, I realized that by contacting other people and by building teams, it would be a much smoother and more enjoyable process.
Actually, how you build a team is you set up a coalition meeting within the school so that you can have a round house.
Our team really consisted of the faculty here, parents, community members. There are local businesses that have helped us out, obviously administration. Those are the four that we basically connected to, and of course the children.
I really believe that the most important step throughout this process, though, is that we listen to the students. I think because this is for them, about them, and I think the key to the success is getting them to believe it matters and that what we're saying is important, because teenagers don't always feel that way. But if you can get the kids to be the spearhead and then give them the support they need, you can really make a difference.
it is important to involve the youth in the certification process because they really know what's going on.
We can't do this without the young people. We can't do this with just parents. We can't do this with just teachers. The young people have to be a part of the solution.
It was a lengthy process. We were one of the first to attempt it in our archdiocese, so it was challenging, but it was really eye-opening. It really was, and it was very good for our school, and I think it's going to be absolutely fabulous for the kids.
I think it's really important that that packet gets looked at and reviewed, only because it gives you so many really valuable suggestions, and then allows you to go and say, oh, that's really a good idea, but you know what, if I do that and then tweak it by doing this, you know, I have a whole new idea here. So, I mean, you can really bring to the table a lot of great ideas, especially if you work with your team, and it's all about working with your team.
Ideas for doing the application process: carry your laptop, jot down your ideas whenever they come to you. Network with people to get ideas from them and key words and things that they think would be important to put into the process. But most of all, write it from your heart. You write it from your heart, it will come to you.
Red Ribbon Certified Schools is a real program for real people. It brings science and common sense together. We hope we have inspired you to visit our website to apply for Red Ribbon Schools certification and to access the latest prevention research. Remember, the Red Ribbon Certified Schools program was created with two goals. One, to honor those schools that are already working as a united force in their community to prevent substance abuse. And two, to inspire, educate, and challenge schools to get involved now. So whether you are a parent, teacher, concerned citizen, or school administrator, the Red Ribbon Certified Schools program can give you a checklist to help kids grow up drug-free. Remember, our children have the right to grow up drug-free, and we have the responsibility to make it happen.